Hey guys, it is that Panda guy, and I'm here again with another video. And today I'm going to be going over the Pompeii that we had today, and I'm going to be explaining the mistakes I made. This is going to be the short version of the video. You're just going to see me speeding up a lot of footage. And so I went into this with a little game plan, right? And I was planning to split my accounts between multiple structures and take them over with a Raygro March, because obviously Raygro is the easiest and most accessible hero for my alts, and it's a pretty good hero in general, and it's not like my alts are weak. And I kind of had an issue arise, right? And I was forced to port down here, and honestly, I'll say like things I could be doing next time, right? I could have, one, focused all my accounts towards one helipad area. I could have defended this a bit better. And the biggest issue I had was I was using my Cat Spina account, which is not a bad, it doesn't have a bad Raygro March, but it was the one defending the helipad, and I ended up getting overwhelmed. And until I get my actual march over, I can't really do much. And I did a big mistake, and I had sent a 1 minute march from like a mile away, basically, and into my rally, which was going to take the helipad back, and I hadn't noticed, and it kind of screwed me up and put my timing off, and then I got screwed over because these guys are able to port in, and that was my biggest issue. And honestly, instead of swarming, I should have rallied, because then I had less troops to work with on my alts, because I was getting really negative trades when swarming these guys. And honestly, a rally in Pompeii only takes like 1 minute, and I could have really just rallied these guys and probably had gotten rid of them pretty fast, rallied and defended really well. And the thing is, I had an objective going into Pompeii to have a better defense when defending, helipad and structures and stuff. And I mean, I do think I did way better, because when I was defending, I was getting way better trades. For example, I had my main account, end up Raygro marching or whatever, and I actually made a mistake. I didn't have Martin on for like over half of the battle as its assistant, the end half. So I was taking like worse trades I could have been taking. But either way, I mean, I should have left one helipad up to my team, and I should have went for the other one, but I hadn't, and I kind of had caused myself this issue, and I kind of forced myself to focus down these bases. And honestly, if I didn't give these guys time to port in, and I didn't like swarm them, honestly, I could have rallied and I could have gotten rid of them way easier. Yet I swarmed, which swarming wasn't bad, in general, but I think I'm way more used to swarming over rallying and just like getting that out of the way. But we all make mistakes, and these are really good lessons for me. And I ended up getting their base out of the way, but they had taken the point advantage, and I had to kind of fight my way down, and it was too late by this point, honestly. Like, we had already started losing the advantage that we had, and you kind of see the points going in their favor. But I mean, I learned a lot, so it's not the worst. But it was really like a big issue for me, because I ended up having to kind of force fights and split my marches off, because I wanted like 2 accounts to fight one area. I wanted 2 accounts to kind of focus one area, and I wanted like to split their troops up, and it was not easy, right? Like, I'm all over the place. It's just a really really chaotic battle. I'll say, you guys see me learn from a lot of my mistakes, and I don't really care to admit that, right? Like, this was a fun battle. We have new members in Prim, whatever you want to call it, but we have new members in our alliance, and honestly, like, it's great, because although they have less troops and stuff to work with, they're fresh blood, they're excited to compete, and we got more people to compete with. Except, I will say, a lot of them healed, and I wasn't super happy about that, because you guys know my policy on healing, how much I despise it. But I mean, they don't have a lot of troops, and I could kind of understand where they were coming from. I will say, try to use Pompeii to coordinate better with your teammates. It will be so great when RVR comes around, and like, it really just teaches you a lot. And I'll say the same about me. Like, I make a lot of mistakes, obviously, right? Like, I can't help it. And I mean, it just makes me like a way better player, right? Like, I learned from these mistakes, and I know what I could be doing better. And it's like, it's frustrating, because like, you look back at it and like, wow, why did I do this? But it's like, I'm controlling all these accounts, and it's not easy to just think of the best solution. Like, I could have done so much better than swarming these players, right? And taking all these negative trades, because then on my alts, I didn't even have troops to, fight how I wanted to. I could have been fighting at a way just better speed, better pace, and I could have been out of there faster. But sometimes we got to get hit on the noggin to learn, guys. But I mean, it's still a really good experience. I'll say, like I was saying though, we have like a lot of new players, and they don't have like a lot of troops, right? Like they have maybe 1 or 2 marches, and I mean they are spenders, so they have already unlocked tier 5 and stuff. And when they start unlocking their 3rd, 4th march, they will be like so valuable in Pompeii. Like I'm excited because it's just really fun, and I love fighting beside these guys, and I love fighting in general because it just teaches you so much. Like I think it's more valuable to understand how you can improve in like things like this and just perfecting your strategy. Just having tunnel vision and thinking, well, damn, my alliance didn't do this. Like I feel like a lot of people might have that problem, and it's just, I don't know, have fun, understand your mistakes, and get better, right? Like that's the biggest thing about Pompeii. I think it's like a really big thing that you really need to just know is that you got to always take a step back, look at the situation, and just play off that, right? Like I feel like a lot of people, tunnel vision, me included, and they just go crazy, go ham, go wild, right? You gotta just, put yourself in the situation and understand what's going on, really. Like what is the best course of action? What is the quickest way around your obstacles? I feel like I make this mistake so often, and honestly I got a little frustrated because I think I mentioned it, but I had set that rally and I had joined from like a minute or 2 away, and I'd gotten mad at my alliance because I thought it was my own alliance, but it was my alternate account that I joined from like a minute away. It was just rough. I will say, guys, I do hope my videos help you guys just learn more and coordinate better, right? Like I'll say, I definitely could have done so much better. I was forced to do like half marches or just march with siege too, because I'd screwed over some of my alts by swarming people. And also I hadn't even defended properly, or I had done this and I had done this, and I could have done this better. And I mean, it's always easy to look back at the mistakes you made. And I mean, hey, like we're all going to make mistakes. We're humans. So you just got to learn from it and improve on it next time. Hopefully next time I won't have this problem. And if I can just defend my helipad properly, then I can play off that and I can move up. I feel like the biggest issue I had was the fact that they were able to port in, right? I had screwed myself, and it was just terrible. I had put myself in the worst possible situation. I will go over reports at the very end of this. I go over a lot of reports. You guys can stay around and watch that. I'll probably turn off my mic so you guys can look at it. I don't know. I'm like tweaking my marches right now, and I'm trying to get better march combos, and that actually kind of screwed me because I didn't have my Regro march properly. And the thing is, I have my Tom and Martin set as a march right now, and it should have been Regro and Martin because my Tom isn't good enough to be defending. So I've been sending like Regro and Edward in. It was just so bad. I will give props to PLW. They healed way less this time, and our Lions did heal more, but I think it's because of our newer members who really needed to heal. I should be going over reports right here, or right about now. You guys are going to see that. But yeah, I mean, I battled to the end, the brutal just burning in. I did get almost every trade, at least on this account, very positive. I will say my alts got freaking collapsed when they were swarming stuff. Like, I'm not even joking. I went back and looked at the reports, and I was like, golly, like, what was I doing to these things? Like, I feel like I was putting my alts up onto, like, I don't even know, up for sale, and just letting them get smacked around. And when I say for sale, I mean like they're just being worked to death. Oh, my alts just got smacked so hard, and I like regret so much every time. But I mean, it's so good for learning. Like I know, like I don't know. Every time I go into Pompeii, I get kind of anxious, but it's like such a good event just for learning and coordinating with your alliance. And you just got to make sure your alliance coordinates, because I mean, if you're not, you're going to be getting more frustrated than you are than having fun, right? Like I feel like I have so much fun just being able to do whatever and not have to pay for the consequences. Though I will say, like, my Cat Spina account was so low in troops. It's like my strongest account, but it's low in troops, and I had to swap it out with my Fireheart account because I've lost so many troops, like hitting some dead bases for like kill event points, and it was down to 800k troops, and I was like, F me, dude. But I mean, it was whatever, and it was pretty fun. So, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned from my mistakes and what I go about talking about and all that. And you guys have a good day. You guys can watch the rest of the reports if you want. It's 4 more minutes, and peace out.